From Neural Newscast, this is Buzz, tracking what's trending and why it matters.
Leela Grant here with Jonah Klein. Let's decode the feed on Buzz.
We are tracking some heavy signals today, ranging from oil tanker seizures to high-profile denials.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the United States is weighing the seizure of tankers carrying Iranian oil to put more pressure on Tehran. If you've looked at X this morning, the anxiety over gas prices and the East-West pipeline in Saudi Arabia is peaking.
And it's not just about the oil, Leela. This pressure is coming right as the ceasefire deal between the United States and Iran is showing some serious strain. Reuters is highlighting how oil flows are being squeezed just as talks were supposed to pick up.
Exactly, and the military reality is moving fast. NBC News and the BBC are reporting that Israel has carried out attacks on Beirut. Seeing those updates from Lebanon while the United States is trying to keep a lid on a regional war, it's a lot for the feed to process.
The timeline is messy. You have European leaders demanding that both the United States and Iran stick to the ceasefire in Lebanon, but the strikes in Beirut make that a very tough sell for diplomats.
It's definitely the top trending topic for a reason. People are trying to figure out if this is a temporary flare-up or the start of something much larger for 2026.
Right, total geopolitical whiplash. But let's shift gears to something that's been lighting up the domestic side of X.
You mean Melania Trump. The Associated Press reports that she's come out with a very firm denial regarding any ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
She didn't just stop at a denial, Lila. She's actually calling on Congress to hold a hearing. She wants the records clear, and she's being very vocal about it.
The New York Times is framing it as a major pushback against long-standing internet rumors. It's rare to see her take such an aggressive stance on a specific investigation like this.
It's a bold move, Lila. By asking for a hearing, she's essentially saying she has nothing to hide and wants the platform to prove it. The digital commentary is split, but the Melania trend isn't going anywhere.
Now, speaking of figures with global influence, Jonah, Pope Leo is making some major waves today.
He's currently on an ambitious tour of Africa. The Associated Press says he's focusing on migration and urging the world to help the continent. But his comments on the current conflict are what's really grabbing headlines.
Reuters is reporting that Pope Leo has been quite critical of the relationship between the Trump administration and the ongoing Iran war. He's positioning the Vatican as a moral counterweight to the military escalation we discussed earlier.
It creates a fascinating dynamic, Leela. You have the Pope in Africa talking about peace and migration, while the United States is looking at seizing tankers. It's a direct clash of narratives.
Wild. It shows that even while the geopolitical gears are turning in the Middle East, the cultural and moral conversation is being driven by these massive figures like the Pope and Melania.
A busy day for the Internet Culture Desk for sure. Between oil tankers and papal tours, the stakes couldn't be higher.
That's the roundup for today. I'm Leela Grant.
And I'm Jonah Klein. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. This podcast is for informational purposes only. Neural Newscast and its hosts do not provide financial, legal, or political advice. For more, visit buzz.neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Buzz on Neural Newscast, tracking what's trending and why it matters.